What up, y'all? Welcome back to I'm Just Saying Sports. You seen the title. You know what I'm getting into. Michael Porter Jr. on the Pivot podcast and a backlash he faced from some of his comments about the WNBA. But before I get into it, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Tell your people to holler at me because I'm out here. All right. Just this past weekend, the Pivot dropped an episode featuring Michael Porter Jr. They talked about a bunch of different things, his religion, his game. They touched on WNBA briefly, and his support and what he thinks needs to happen. I'm going to play a clip from that interview with him talking about the WNBA, and then on the other side, I'm going to respond to the backlash and the actual interview. So go ahead, take a listen to what MPJ had to say on the Pivot.
You have strong ties to women hoops. We mentioned it earlier.
Yeah.
You just recently re-signed or signed a new deal with Puma, right? I saw you rocking the Stewie 2s, Breonna Stewart, her kicks. Have you been outspoken about the pay, the wages in the WNBA and for those ladies?
Yeah, they did an interview with me. I mean, I see it from both sides. I know these females want to get paid more. And they're very talented, but so is a famous ping pong player. They're just as talented as the best ping pong player is just as talented as the best basketball player. That doesn't mean they're going to get paid the same because
they play ping pong.
It's what the people want to watch. You know what I mean? So, as much as I understand females wanting the same treatment as men basketball players, it's a different sport. People, they're not packing out the arenas. Obviously, their TV deals aren't the same. So as much as I advocate for women and kind of the equality of the respect of their craft and all those things, I mean, you can't pay them the same thing, you know, but I do feel like there should be a little way to make a little bit more money for them because they are very talented.
Correct.
Yeah, I think the big thing, obviously, when you're thinking about negotiations, labor unions, and different things like that, I don't believe there's any woman that believes she should be paid as a man gets paid. It's more about the revenue share. It's more about the percentage. And I think those things play into it. And then the other side of it is treatment, you know, within their own organizations. Like they're never, like they don't.
But it's not as exciting.
It's not as exciting.
It's not as exciting basketball.
Yeah, you're not.
They got to lower the rims. I would watch a girl coming down the lane. On another, I would watch that. They need to lower the rims.
They're actually, as a whole, women work the fundamentals more than most men do because y'all can do that.
Yeah.
Like, and that's why
they play good basketball.
Right, and that's why like the guys who are extremely skilled excel because it's like, okay, you have all of this talent as well, but you can finish at the rim in different ways. You can handle the rock in different ways. You have floor vision. But women, like, that's the way they get on the court. And so I think those things are different. But I agree with you. They're not going to be paid the same, but it was more about the treatment, percentage, and having an opportunity for revenue.
Okay, so you heard what he had to say about the WNBA. But before I get into my take, let me ask a few questions here. First question. Who won the WNBA title last season? Okay. Name the starting five for the WNBA team close to your hometown. How much WNBA merchandise have you purchased in the last year or two? Name 5 current WNBA players. How many WNBA games have you gone to last season? How many WNBA games have you gone to in your lifetime? Okay. I ask these questions because most people who are pandering and so-called allies for the WNBA who get all up in a bunch when somebody mentions something about the WNBA and them not being profitable or it not being an entertaining game, they don't even support the WNBA. They don't know any players. They don't go to any games. They don't know what the fuck is going on. So I say that to say this ain't this ain't on MPJ. It's not. Because what he said was facts. They don't pack out arenas. They don't bring in revenue. This is business. Bottom line, these women are supremely talented at basketball. Supremely. I never take that away from them. It's not entertaining. You have to be able to separate the two. And most people, instead of separating the two and facing the problem head on, they just want to roll their eyes, be offended, be attacked, and not deal with the issue at hand. That's cool. You could feel some kind of way about the truth. I'm not saying that. But at some point, you have to face the issue head on. Get up out your feelings. If you're trying to get this money, if you're trying to build this revenue, you can't be in your feelings, dog. You just can't. At the end of the day, I don't watch the WNBA. I don't. It's not entertaining. But that does not mean that I don't think them women are talented. There's just nothing for me to watch. There's nothing that's drawing me in to watch it, right? You look at the Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark game last year in the NCAA tournament, the championship game. I was locked the fuck in on that game. I was. But that don't translate. You know, we don't have that drama in the WNBA. We don't have women who can dunk. And speaking of that, let me get into what MPJ said and what I've seen people be mad about what he said. First of all, he got mad. People are mad because he said the word female. Now, I'm going to tell you how much bullshit that is. It's a scientific word, first and foremost. Second of all, I'm former military, right? Spent a number of years in the Army. I'm never going to stop saying male or female. I'm never going to stop saying that. I'm going to use those terms in conjunction with man and woman, right? I'm just going to say it, period. Full stop. Get out your feelings about the word female because you want to say woman, but woman is also has man in it. So I don't understand. Y'all logic is fucked up. It's stupid. Knock it off. Let's see what the second thing they got mad at. The second thing they got mad at that I saw was the comparison to ping pong. I don't think he was comparing WNBA players to ping pong. He was making the correlation between being talented in your field, being super talented in your field, and bringing in revenue. That's what the comparison was. It's not saying that y'all might as well be ping pong players. It's saying, hey man, ping pong players are talented. They're super talented too. I can't do what ping pong players do. But guess what? Ain't nobody watching ping pong players. You know what I'm saying? They're not making no money. It's the same thing. If ping pong did something or had some type of way to gain fans and gain attendance to their events, I'm sure they would do it. But I'm sure they're fine. But the WNBA, y'all don't put butts in seats. Y'all don't sell out merch. Y'all just don't. You got to figure out a way to solve that issue. That's the crux. That's at the center of this discussion. It's figuring out a way to drive revenue. Put butts in seats, put eyes on screens, and put merch on backs. Period. That's what the objective is. Y'all got to figure that out. Another thing that I can't think of. What's the other thing that I saw? I can't think. It'll probably come back to me. But I just think women, or not women, but the WNBA players and all of these panderers, they got to stop, man. They got to stop. Nobody's attacking y'all. Like if you watch the clip, they talk about how he wears Breonna Stewart's signature shoe. It's been discussed a number of times about how much the NBA supports the WNBA. So I don't understand where this hatred and where this anger comes from. That's the other thing. The other thing was lowering the rims, which has been said a couple of times. Now, people are upset about that. I don't know why, because at the end of the day, the dunk is the most entertaining play in basketball is the slam dunk. How often do you see WNBA players slam dunk? Not often, right? Whereas in the NBA game or a college men's game, you're going to see a lot of dunks. That's what gets people hyped. Not to say the WNBA players can't play or they're not good. They don't dunk. And it's just like, that's one of the things that's gonna, oh snap, man, you see somebody dunk on somebody, oh, that's cold. But you don't see that often in the WNBA. There's nothing wrong with that. But when he said lower the hoops, lower the rims or whatever, people got all up and they got their panties in a bunch. Now, I've heard the rebuttal to that from a WNBA player, and it makes a lot of sense. Now, this is what we have to do. We have to have the conversations, because that makes a lot of sense. What she said was, all their lives, they have been practicing on a regulation size hoop, 10 feet, right? So to adjust it to lower, it would need a lot of adjustment from all the players, and it would be a little too difficult to do that. Cool, I get it, man. That's perfectly logical. That makes a ton of sense. I don't even say lower the hoops no more, because what she said, okay, that makes sense. But what's another way? What's another way to get some entertainment value into this game? Because that's what y'all are lacking. And instead of addressing that, you say, oh, don't do this or don't do that. Man, come on, bro. Come on, bro, man. Like, I get it. Y'all feel some kind of way, but feelings don't belong in business, man. And that's kind of the bottom line. And that's what I'm getting to, man. Just get about your feelings and have a sit down with whoever you want. It don't matter who it is, but try to figure out a solution to get people in the seats, man. Get people in the stadiums, man, because we are like, as much as I'm going in right now, I'm still rooting for y'all to be successful. You know what I'm saying? Because I want a team back in Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm rooting for y'all to be successful. But you can't sit up there and be attacking people who have your back, who are in your corner. You can't do that, man. You can't do that, man. Y'all got to knock it off and just try to get better, man. Just try to put a better product out on the court. It's really that simple, man. But let me know what you guys think. Am I tripping? Was Michael Porter Jr. tripping? Hit me up in the comments, man. Do y'all agree with Michael Porter Jr.? Do you have a totally different take? Let me know. What's the solution to get more people to tune in to the WNBA? Hit me up in the comments, man. Again, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, tell your people to holler at me, because I'm out here. Peace.